So we've got basically three different types of vehicles that we work on here at the Fuels Institute. We got your basic internal combustion engine, the ICE vehicle. We've got a plug-in hybrid, which has an electric motor where you can plug it in and charge that battery to run that motor. And then also, when the battery is expended on that, it'll switch over to the ICE engine, which is a smaller ICE engine. And then, of course, I'm sorry, there's four. There's also the hybrid, where there's not a plug-in hybrid, and the technology, so that's your Prius, for example. And there's a lot of vehicles on Lexus makes a hybrid. Most of the OEMs make hybrids now, so there's some type of electric motor component in there. So when you're idling, or depending on how you're driving, you can use that electric motor instead of the internal combustion engine. And so that's the mystery to me, right? I mean, how do you design that? That's some pretty incredible engineering.
I think we'll point on the hybrid. I mean, the battery is there. The driver does nothing. The vehicle does it all. The battery is there to support acceleration, support efficiency. I've had a couple hybrids in the past. When you accelerate on the highway, that battery will kick in with the internal combustion engine to give you the power to improve your efficiency. So the consumer knows nothing that's going on. The vehicle does it all by itself.
Yeah. Yep. And then all the way down to the battery electric vehicle, just a straight plug-in. You probably get more mileage. You're plugging in that vehicle to charge the battery. You're probably getting some extra power from regenerative braking and how you're driving that vehicle, like the Tesla. When you step into a Tesla and you're driving it and you take your foot off the accelerator, you feel this instant pull, and it's a little bit awkward to get used to. But what it's doing is those regenerative brakes are kicking in as soon as you pull off the accelerator, and it's slowing you down. So in that sense, to me, it's a very safe car, right? Because as soon as you let off the accelerator, the car knows that I'm slowing down. I'm going to slow down here, and it takes that opportunity to recharge that battery. So it's, there's a lot of new technologies out there. And your other point, well, John, do you want to add something to that before I talk about charging ports?
Yes. So the regenerative braking has been around for a long time. All hybrids do it too. So how does a hybrid battery gain electricity? Because there's no plug. It does it through braking. It does it through deceleration. It recharges based upon the vehicle's momentum and performance. And so that's in plug-in hybrids, that's in electric, that's in traditional hybrids. My vehicle has what's called a max regenerative option that I leave on all the time. And so I take my foot off the gas and I slow almost all the way down to a stop. I have to hit the brake to get the final stop, but it is great because it helps to recharge that battery. Now, the irony is when you get into a vehicle that does not have that, the chance of running into the car in front of you is really high. Because I take my foot off the gas and I expect the car to slow down, and it just keeps on rolling. So it's a little disconcerting when you switch from one vehicle to the next.
One of the things that, I don't know, we tend to struggle with is how do we standardize how we're charging that car, right? You want the consumer to know it doesn't matter which charger they pull up to, they're going to be able to charge their car. Now, we all know that Tesla has their own network of chargers that are only working with the Tesla vehicle, and those are across the nation, and they're mostly DC fast charging systems. So that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate that if you own a non-Tesla EV, you can't plug into a Tesla charging system, but for all the other ones that are going out there, and we're going to see a lot of them under the new, National Electric Vehicle Infrastructure, the new NEVI program under the Jobs Act, where the administration's throwing $5 billion at building out this network of 500,000 chargers. We're going to see a lot more going in. So it's really important that we standardize what that plug is.